Hello guys, so basically there's a lawsuit that is about to happen very soon. So basically what happens is that a few unions, private hire unions and workers unions, some 2 or 3 unions combined together, they joined forces to sue the mayor of London because of the congestion charge that is about to come to be enforced from the 8th of April 2000 this year. So I know the unions are asking the drivers to contribute to this lawsuit, and the entire lawsuit is going to cost about at least £50,000. They're going to start with £50,000, but if they're going into higher courts, the prices are going to go upper and upper and upper. So this is the problem with this lawsuit. I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen. So the argument that the minicabbing industry makes is that they have to pay more taxes than the black cab drivers. So that's the whole argument. But here is what the judge is going to say. They're going to go in front of the judge, and judge is going to ask the minicab drivers, how much money do you pay for a car, for an average car? An average Toyota Prius, £20,000. And then the judge is going to say how much you're going to pay in congestion charge for the next 10 years. In the next 10 years, every driver is going to pay around £30,000 in congestion charge, which is in average about £3,000. It's a little, if you count every single week, it's a little bit more. But keep in mind that nobody works 365 days. So let's just say you spend about £3,000 in congestion charge every year. So the judge is going to say, okay, so in 10 years, you spent £20,000 for a car, and £10,000 and £30,000 for congestion charge. That's £50,000 in a total. And then he's going to look at the black cab driver, and they're going to ask the black cab drivers, how much do you pay for your car? And the black cab drivers, they're going to say, we pay £60,000 for an electric vehicle. So judge is gonna balance things out, and is gonna say, private hire industry, you had it really good for years now. You only pay for your cars at least a maximum of £20,000, but the black cab drivers, they had to pay 3 times that amount of money. So right now you're paying almost the same amount of money as a black cab driver. So the judge is gonna see that the minicab drivers are still paying less for their cars than the black cab drivers, and the minicab drivers are going to say, but we don't make as much money as a black cab driver. And the judge is gonna say, I'm sorry, this is not a TfL problem. TfL doesn't decide how much you charge per mile. TfL only decides how much a black cab driver can charge per mile, but not private hire firms. So the judge is going to say, if you want more money to cover your costs, to cover your congestion charge, go back to Uber and solve your problems with Uber. And that's it. This is going to be the end of the lawsuit. And then people are going to try to take this into higher court and so on. And the only people who are going to laugh all the way to the banks are going to be the solicitors. And that's it. I think minicab drivers are losing this battle already. You can block as many, you can block as many roads as you want. Sadiq Khan is not gonna come take a step back on congestion charge, and I mean, look at deputy mayors during Boris Johnson rule or whatever. During Boris Johnson, yeah, that was his name. Yeah, the former mayor. Yeah, Boris Johnson. When Boris Johnson was the ruler of London, he used to have 6 or 7 deputy mayors, and and in London you have a maximum of 10 deputy mayors. Sadiq Khan has 10 deputy mayors, and each deputy mayor makes £130,000. So someone has to cover those salaries. And you know what? Sadiq Khan found a way to to get more money from minicab drivers to cover everything. But that's gonna be the outcome, guys. Let's be realistic. I know I've been accused a lot of times that I'm turning back to a minicab trade, despite the fact that I'm still a minicab driver. But I'm not. I'm just seeing the reality here. There is no way a judge is gonna rule for the minicab drivers in this issue, because, like I said a few minutes ago, the judge is gonna put the expenses back together, because minicab drivers are claiming Mayor of London is racist against them, but he's not. I don't like Sadiq Khan either, but this is not Sadiq Khan's problem. TfL doesn't regulate the prices for minicabs companies. Minicabs companies, they charge whatever the heck they want, and if they charge pennies, that's not TfL's problem. And I'm coming again and say, why don't you agree with TfL banning Uber? And everybody's gonna complain, oh, we're gonna all lose our jobs and blah blah blah. No, you're not. Like, if Uber leaves London tomorrow, you'll be fine. First of all, most of the people will go back to, I don't know, flipping burgers at Burger King, because that's what it seems like. It's a bunch of people who are driving in London. They seem like they never touch a wheel in the past. And the old drivers, the drivers that have been in the industry for years, they're gonna go back to big companies like Green Tomato, Addison Lee, and so on, other big companies. GLH, I think they still around or something like that. So you know what? Everybody's gonna be fine. So don't worry about it. But yeah, like I said, this lawsuit, it's a lost cause. I'm sorry to say this, guys. Have a great day.